Jonathan Lee Bridges Investigates. I am in Ozarks, Missouri. There was a murder mystery that came out of Ozarks, Springfield, Missouri. The Feeney murders. The Feeney murders. And I want to share some information with you about the Feeney murders. This is a wild case. And technically, still unsolved. Check it out.
Okay, so this was a case out of Springfield, Missouri, the Ozarks. Crime Traveler, the Feeney family killings. On that following Monday, news broke out about a death of 3 family members. The victims were discovered by John's mother, Ola, and a co-worker of Cheryl. Police said Cheryl and Tyler died from multiple wounds to the face and neck, likely caused by a metal pipe. And baby Jennifer was found with a cord from a curtain rod tied around her neck. I went to the crime scene, went out there, and just remember, it was a nice neighborhood. So that immediately struck me as odd. It was a nice neighborhood in southwest Springfield, Missouri, so that was a little different, said former Springfield News leader reporter Robert Keyes. The News leader reported John learned of the murders from a Missouri State Highway patrolman who found John at the conference. As authorities began to investigate, the South Central Missouri Major Case Squad was asked to help. A spokesperson with the squad said in March 1995 that Feeney could be a potential witness. Now, this is the husband to the people that were murdered. However, nearly 1 week after the killings, no one was arrested. Nearly 30 investigators from several law enforcement agencies worked that week to track down leads and contact friends and co-workers of the Feeneys. While the investigation at his home continued, John stayed with relatives. April 22nd, 1996, 420 days after the murders, the Greene County grand jury hands up 3 first-degree murder counts against Jon Feeney. On September 24, 1996, the trial of Jon Feeney began with jury selection that lasted 3 days. Opening statements began on September 27th. Prosecutors told jurors on the night of February 26, 1995, Jon Feeney drove to Springfield from the teachers' convention at Lake of the Ozarks and murdered his own family. I was kind of stuck by how the prosecution case just wasn't overwhelming, said Keyes. I mean, it was a very strong circumstantial case against so many layers, so many different layers. Those layers included a game Feeney played called Vampires of the Masquerade. Investigators found game sheets in Feeney's classroom desk at Glendale High School. Prosecutors said Feeney took the vampire game to the extreme and used it to assume the role of a killer and then wiped out his own family. A friend of Feeney's, Matt Farley, engaged in role-playing games with Feeney for more than a decade. He told the court he never saw Feeney play the vampire game, and Feeney steered clear of murderer roles. Prosecutors also brought up Feeney's sexual involvement with other teachers. Tyler Feeney having hepatitis B and Feeney taking out an additional $250,000 life insurance policy on his wife just 5 months before the murders. KOLR 10 News attended every day of the trial. Newsbeat reporter Cheryl Matthews reported on the day prosecutors talked about the murder victims. The day began with a look at the murder victims. Prosecutors showed the jury pictures taken the day Cheryl, Tyler, Jennifer Feeney's bodies were discovered. The evidence brought Jon Feeney to tears. Feeney became emotional once again when prosecutors played back the family's answer machine tape. Prosecutors say there's 3 calls from Jon Feeney on the answer machine, 2 on the Sunday the 26th. On Monday the 27th, there's 9 messages from concerned friends and families members. The 10th call on the machine is from John. Cheryl, and John, pick up if anyone is in the house. Please pick up the phone. We need to find out what's going on. This is your brother Doug, Cheryl. What's going on? Cheryl, this is John. I'm really getting freaked out. Can you call me back? Prosecutors say Feeney was the last to check on his family because he had already knew they were dead. During the trial, the defense called more than 24 witnesses to testify on Jon Feeney's character and demeanor at the Lake of the Ozarks the weekend of the murders. The defense witnesses told the court Feeney was a good husband and father, didn't act preoccupied or different the weekend of the murders, and acted sincerely shaken when he found out what happened to his family. On October 5th, 1996, an 8-man, 4-woman jury found Jon Feeney not guilty of murdering his wife and 2 young children. Feeney was not completely clear at this point. The following November, his in-laws filed a wrongful death suit against him. Not sure the outcome of that one. Cheryl Feeney's parents had sued to prevent Jon from recovering any financial gain from the deaths of his family. So here's a guy, Jon Feeney, who was acquitted for murdering his family in the Ozarks. This happened in the 1990s. Are you familiar with this case? Have you followed this case? Let me know what you think.
So yeah, if he didn't do it, who did it? Who did it? Feeney murders. Ozark, Missouri, the show me state. I am here in Ozark on a highway. Subscribe to my channel, like, hit the notification button. JLR is boots on the ground, Ozark, Missouri. Let me know what you think. We'll talk soon. Stay tuned.